Hey folks, hi, this is Gigi. Hope you're all doing well. Well, I'm late. Gigi's not been feeling well. And, we had to get festive because, it is going to be St. Patrick's Day. I thought it'd be too much if I wore my green glasses. So maybe next week I'll wear those. What do you think, huh? Anyway, we're going to go ahead and drop some money here. Just talk a little bit about the week. And we'll go from there. Okay, let's go ahead and see how much money we're dropping a day. So let's go ahead and get this going. And we will be doing my low income savings challenge as well. And I got a new number as to how much we saved. That's right, baby. All right, so let's go ahead and count how much money. Yeah, Big Dog was complaining. Oh, first of all, we just have a peppermint coffee. You like that cold foam on it? I'm getting better at that. Peppermint coffee. No boozy coffee, just peppermint coffee. That tastes good. Anyway, let's count the money. Yeah, I don't know what happened. He had been complaining about Big Dog hardly ever, if ever. I could probably count on one hand how many times I've seen this man sick, aside from maybe falling off the couch. That's the whole other conversation. But I mean, like catching a cold or catching COVID or a flu. I could probably count on one hand that he just rarely gets sick. But he was actually complaining about thinking he had a cold. And I had gotten the shingles vaccine. Probably this is my last shot, because I guess it's a 2-stager. And this is my last shot. And the doc asked me, so how did you do last time you got the vaccine? I go, well, it's okay. I felt like I had a little bit of a cold. He goes, well, sometimes the second dose is worse. Man, I had chills all that night. And I think that's when he was complaining about a cold. And I'm thinking my resistance was probably low, and I ended up getting his cold. But man, it's taken me like a whole week just to shake it off. But I'm feeling better. My throat may hear a little frog. Nothing. It's not an leprechaun. So we'll go ahead go from there. But let's go ahead and see how much money we got going on here. But Gigi's back feeling better. And like I said, I'll probably upload this up Monday or Tuesday because today is Sunday. And Luna's back here playing with her little lamb chop. Okay, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 60, 70, 80, 190. Hey, that's a nice amount of money to save for the week. That's right, baby. Okay. Go ahead and put 190 so I don't forget. Gigi forgets sometimes. Put that there. That there. And I wanted to give you the new total as far as what we saved for the month of February, because it is March. Are you ready? We saved $764 for the month of January. I knew it was going to be more. I felt it because I felt that I was being more disciplined. We were more consistent. And we weren't traveling. I already bought my tickets to go to Texas. Can't wait to see my baby girl. Should probably be a couple more weeks. That's already taken care of. Birthday gifts are already taken care of. So I'm really pleased that we were still able to save a little bit of money. So between these two, was that $1,080? Yeah, close to $1,100 in 2 months. That's not bad. You just gotta be consistent. That's the only way that's gonna, you're gonna make it. So anyway, let's go ahead and drop some money into our low income savings challenge. So last weekend, I think I left you folks saying that we were gonna be going out to lunch, brunch, or whatever, early dinner with the Samuelsons. Had a nice time. Went to the, where's my ticket? Went to the Cooper Hawk, and we had a really nice time. Nice dinner. I had some chicken panini. I can't remember. Anyway, they had calamari. Had a couple of glasses of wine, Chardonnay. Very, very good with the dinner. I mean, had a really, really nice time. So it was nice to get together with them. So we're gonna go ahead and let's drop $10 in here, okay? So we're gonna take 10 out of there. So here's my 10. You know what? Let me take a $10 bill in case I need the 5s for later on. So let me put those in my envelope here. And I'll give you some updates on a couple things that we did over here. There's my envelope for this one. Gigi, get it together. It goes in there. Now this is a new one that we started because we completed this one. So that was good. Anyway, we went ahead and did that. We're going to complete 2 of these. and took my mom to do a little bit shopping. And we were able to get some stuff taken care of around the house, which is what we'll be talking about. Oh, wait, I got another one because I already had a 5 in there from last week. And oh, well, yes, Luna. What do you want, Luna? Oh, she's trying to for it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and that's that one for our low income savings challenge. But hey, it could be low, but you know what? It's still helping us grow. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do here. And we're gonna put some money in our teeth. We finally made the final payment for Big Dog's teeth. Yay! So they're all his. They're his to own. So what we're paying for is for my dental work. So let's go ahead and let's start off with 15 because I'm not quite sure where we're going to land here. But there's other stuff that I want to get to and kind of talk to you folks about. If I have extra, I'm going to go ahead and put some more in here. So we're going to start with 15. Yeah, I was pleased when they said, hey, you made your final payment. Woohoo! Okay, so here, we were putting money in here for our AC checkup, which we still need to schedule. For the water softener system to be checked out, that was taken care of already. Ambulance, that won't be until April sometime, but that's a biggie. The car tags, which was like almost $200. Some cameras that we want to put up, that was like $100. And for the Honda's oil change. So we got the car tags taken care of this week. We got the camera with one light, a sensor light, and a camera put up. And we got the oil change. And all of that was taken out of here. So I just have, and we had already taken care of the soft water system. So the two things that I want to continue to save for is for the AC checkup. Not sure what that's going to be, but the ambulance I know is going to be at least probably about $400. It's always expensive because we don't pay. It's not part of the county taxes. We have to pay for that separately, and every year we get that bill. So I'm going to go ahead and put $45 in here. So I pulled all the money from here. I've transferred it to the bank account, to the household account, because we've already paid for those things. So that's great because really, this, like was telling Big Dog, we saved $700 for the month of February because we did. I go, look, I'm not saying that $700 that's sitting in the bank. That means that we've paid for items that we knew that were coming up, but instead of being taken out of our household account, and then we're kind of like scrambling, or sometimes you get hit. They come every year, but they kind of still surprise you. I'm planning ahead. I'm trying to still save a little bit of money in our regular savings, but planning ahead for those things that come once a year that sometimes can be a big number or a little number. Anything over 100 to me is a big number. So anyway, it's nice to be able to have this little bag here to be able to take care of those kind of items. So that's great. So we're going to go ahead and drop 45 in here, start building again. I don't know why I have so much blue. I've been using a lot of blue this year. Am I feeling blue? I don't know. So that was nice to be able to, when the guy said how much it was for the cameras, don't worry about it, Big Dog, we got it covered. Here's the money. When he said how much the car was going to be, he thought it might be like 150. It was actually less, so that kind of worked out. So we've been on a roll here. So 45 here, drop that in there, and of course we're still saving for the holiday money. That's right, baby. So let's go ahead and drop 60 in there, because you know what? No, this isn't holiday money. This is for Gigi wants to go on a date money. Even that. For Valentine's Day, we went out, had a nice brunch. It came out of here. Sending packages to my girls for Valentine's Day, it came out of here. Now, the airline tickets didn't come out of here. I'd like for them to be, but they didn't. I will be flying out to Texas. So, I don't know, man. With everything that's going on, I wonder, because I was able to get my tickets for like $200, $220, which I didn't think was bad for round trip to Texas. I don't know what's going to be going back east, because I'll be going to Pittsburgh, because of the way everything's going, the cost of gas. I mean, Big Dog says the cost, because I don't really pay attention to the gas. He pays attention to that. So I don't know what the cost of gas is going to be, because I'm planning on buying them next month when I come back from Texas. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so I told Big Dog that, I had this little envelope for him, and I'm saving him a little bit of money. Well, his payment account always seems to be running on low few. I told him each one of these lines is $80, If you want, I can, deposit that for you. Put it. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and do that? So I went ahead and deposited $80 for him. Let's go ahead. Let's see what I got in here. Because I think he just has. Yeah. Okay. Let's do something else here. Let's think differently. Maybe he's gonna get nothing today. Let's see. Because I want to continue to save for Christmas. So we're gonna drop a 20 in Christmas. Because remember, I want to put extra in the teeth account. Here's 20 in Christmas. Because I'm telling you, Christmas is going to be here before we know it. Look, Easter's already coming. Look, St. Patrick's Day is already coming. So we have to be prepared. So let's go ahead and do that. So as far as the job, I'm still looking for a job. I'm finally, I was talking to my sister about this whole prospect about job looking, because she may have to be looking for one. Her job is funded through the government, and I get all that's a whole different. I'm familiar with that because working in housing, that's kind of the way we were funded. But I've actually been actively looking for a job since the beginning of the year. I kind of looked before half-heartedly because my kids were in town. But really, just pushing through, getting out resumes, filling out assessments, all that kind of stuff. I have to say the beginning of the year. And I got I was going to go out, do the door, but that's when I just felt so lousy. But this week I have gotten a couple feelers back. Oh, let me get back to what my sister was saying. She was saying that her daughter, when she was looking for a job, it took her like 5 months. For 5 months, and I'm thinking, well, it hasn't even been 3 months for me. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe this is the way. This is the process nowadays. Because I was talking to Big Dog about it. The last time I was looking for a job, when I was, we were relocating to Arizona, I had a heck of a time trying to find a job out here. And I wanted to have a job before we moved. And Big Dog had mentioned before, the best way to get a job is somebody, blah, blah, blah. I've never gotten a job like that. I've already gone, and, I did my interviews, I shook their hand, and you kind of know right away. So when I was relocating from housing, I was trying to get into housing in another area. And my director had asked, how's it going? I had applied. Next thing I know, I get a call from the other housing department. I'm thinking she put in a good word for me because they did mention her name. And that's how I got hired, which is great. But I'm not used to doing that. And this is totally different. And I think once I was able to get the job here and I decided to leave housing, it was easier for me to go ahead and get another job because now I've got some time here. I wasn't just a newbie moving in. And that's how I landed at the funeral home. And I want to go back to the funeral home. I don't want to do that. I just kind of want to do something that's just going to be, for whatever length of time I needed to be. I just want to be able to get back out there and get to work because I feel I have something I could do. I can still work. I want to work. I'm excited about getting a job, blah, 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 blah. So I was pleased that I started to get some feelers this week. But I mean, they're too far. There's like an over an hour drive. And I put down in my profile that I wanted like no more than half an hour. I don't want to be doing that drive. I've done it, and I've always kind of done it. I mean, one is like over an hour away. There's just no way I can do that. One is a hybrid, but I'd have to go into the office maybe 2 to 3 times, and it's over an hour drive. I don't want to do that. But it's nice to see that I'm starting to get a response. Now we're going into the 3rd month, so maybe that's what's going on. But now that I'm feeling better, I think what I'm going to do is when I see a job that's listed on a couple of these sites, and what I found interesting is one of the sites I was getting a couple of responses back. It was because I'm on Indeed and I'm on ZipRecruiter, and both of them were from ZipRecruiter, so I was kind of surprised that it was from them. But that's great. I mean, as long as I'm getting a response. So sometimes I think it just takes time. So what I think I want to do is, since I'm feeling a little bit better, I got a couple days this week. My mom's got a couple appointments. We got a couple things going on. I'm going to make calls to the places that I see listed and actually call them. Let them know I'm submitting I'm going to see if that's going to work. Just something different. And maybe they'll say, hey, somebody, nobody ever calls us, Maybe they remember my name. So we're going to try that avenue and kind of see how that works. So we'll see how And I'm still plugging away with my Pinterest and my affiliate marketing. I'll be sharing that on a monthly basis as far as sharing my numbers. And I want to do my numbers differently, so this way when it's on the graph, on the screen, it look better than what it did. I think maybe Gigi was coming down the code at that time, but anyway, like I said, I'm feeling better. So let's go ahead and see what we are going to put here in our teeth. So I got maybe 30. Yeah, let's see if I can break the 20. But I want it with some real money, none of this fake money. Because then I get all confused. Give me some real money, honey. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I got just 20s in here. Just 20. 20. Okay, let's just do this. Let's go ahead. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get my cash change envelope. Let's see here. It's a 10, 15. Here we go. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I usually have an envelope that just has like maybe $20 or something like that. Because you never know when you might need a little extra. And sometimes Gigi's numbers are off. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. So here's 20. Here's 30. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more. Yeah, fill out two more smiles here. But anyway, that's what's been going on with my job search. Still blogging about it, still writing about it, and I really enjoy the writing. So that's been pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and fill these 2 up. Like I said, paid off Big Dog's teeth. Yay! And now we're just we're gonna take care of my stuff. So that's there. So let's see here. I have 10 here. Where else can I put the? Oh. Perfecto. We'll put it right here. Time is everything, baby. I'll put that in here. And I think that's all I got for today. I hope everybody continues to have a good weekend and a good week. Well, I guess a good week. We've seen this on Monday, Tuesday. And continue to stay focused on whatever your goals might be. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to stretch whatever, goals, ideas, or thoughts that you have. Don't be afraid to just stretch it out there. If you don't try something new, how do you know what your potential is? And you know what Gigi says? Gigi says, don't let your age determine the size of your dream. I'm 67 years old, but I'm not going to let that hold me back from whatever I want to dream about or do about. Age is just a number. It's not who you are. You don't have to allow it to identify you. Like my mama says, you got your health, you're capable, you can still get up, you're being the alternative. Get out there and do whatever the hell you want. Do whatever you want to do. If it's writing, if it's painting, if it's skiing, if it's jumping out of an airplane. Not that I would do that, but whatever it is you want to do, don't let your age stop you from doing whatever the hell you want to do. Do not let your age determine the size of your dream. And that's all Gigi has for today. So I think I'm going to leave you folks with a cheer. And you know what Gigi says? Tits up. You folks have a good one. And until next week, I'll see you then. Ciao, folks. Tits up.
We're getting ready. Getting ready at the dance floor. So turn the lights on. You know just what we're here for.